Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
We here.
It's Minions and Misfits time.
Oh yeah.
So it is. What terrible things will happen to our lovely boys today?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
that's
true.
a great question.
But before we start, we want to thank all of you because we just hit 1,000 downloads, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what a download is versus a listen, so don't ask me. But we have 1,000 of them now, so thank you. You're the best.
Yeah. And
Cold G.
1 second. Here's the ketchup.
Just keep that in.
Just quiet. I hear you. Sorry. Oh my. Well, there's the
1,000
Sponsored by
catch-ups.
Heinz.
Thank you all.
but yeah.
Not
Thank
fun.
you so much for listening. We appreciate each and every one of you. Please do keep listening and sharing. Tell your friends about us.
Yeah, quit sending thousands of tomato bottles to our P.O. box, please.
It was funny at first, but
I would
the
even
smell
go
is-
so far as to say that it went back to being funny about midway through.
But now we're just sick of it, so just stop.
yes.
The food
Three men can
pantries-
only eat
the
so
food
much
pantry won't take my
ketchup.
calls anymore.
They said ketchup is not sustainable. I'm afraid that is not actually helpful food to donate.
Is this
Men
going to make
cannot live
sense
on
over?
ketchup alone.
Is this
I
going to
tried
make sense
telling
over an
them
audio medium at all?
Absolutely.
I tried telling them that you could make tomato soup out of it in hot water, but they wouldn't listen.
Oh,
They said leave and never come back.
sir, the door is right there. Well,
All right.
anyway, thank you
So
again
when-
for the 1,000 downloads, everybody.
That was perfectly on brand. It's fine.
So when we last left off, you guys
Yeah, we were
had
in a bad
reached
spot.
you guys had reached the bottom of John Darling's tower. He tricked Keith into holding some trapped gold bars that wrapped his hands in metal, not realizing who he was dealing with, and that Keith would just start punching the walls over and over again.
We also looked into how much that would weigh. I don't remember if this was on Mike last time, but
No,
it
it
turns
wasn't.
out. Okay,
It was
yeah,
off
he
Mike.
has he's like a ton.
He's got like 1,200.
Basically.
He's
It's
got like
1,200
pounds
pounds
of gold
on each hand.
Which, as strong as 17 health is, it's not that strong.
Yeah, so that's more of a detriment than a help here.
So by now, after a moment of switching around, I imagine Keith is pretty tuckered out.
He's pretty tired. But if you even manage to hit a glass wall with that amount of
Oh, man.
metal once, because it's going to cause some problems. And as Keith's just standing there with his hands pinned to the ground, huffing and puffing from swinging them around like that, you start to hear a rumbling noise.
What about a tumbling?
And the cracks on the walls kind of start to spread.
Oh,
And-
we're all dead. That includes you. Oh wait, you're already a skeleton. Oh,
We're all skeletons, kind of, actually.
oh, now I'm an oopsie, aren't I?
This is how we become oopsies.
Oh, was a good run.
I should stop praying, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
And John like walks over to a hat or like a coat rack and just takes the top hat off of it. He's like, I would suggest you two start running now.
Which way?
And he just sort of snaps his fingers and vanishes.
Gosh, dang it.
Are my hands still like pinned to the ground and I can't see anything?
When he disappears, the metal kind of turns brittle, almost like
Oh.
it's turning into sand.
Hey, that
Ah.
could
And
be
just sort of dissolves off of your hands.
what
basically.
a generous DM we have.
As soon as that happens, they look at each other and lock eyes, and they're both like, "Run!" And so
We
they
gotta
both, yeah, they both take off up the stairs.
2 dust clouds left behind in the
Right.
shapes of us.
Yeah, you guys get to the stairs just as the floor
Oh.
of this inverted tower
the
starts to
floor.
collapse upwards as
Oh.
if it were a regular side up tower.
Oh, I don't like gravity.
As they're running up, as they are running up, he kind of hears a sound coming from behind him, and Rob just kind of gasps awake. Like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. I went out. What happened? Oh, what's happening? And as soon as like he starts like yelling, one of the rooms like starts to collapse as they're running through it, and it collapses just enough before they exit to like smash his head in, while still being pinned to his backpack. So he's dead again for another day.
Oh, sorry, Rob.
Oh man, sorry, Rob.
Whoa, is this room coming up?
Rob?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's just like a big shard of glass just hits him in the side of the face.
Right through the temple.
I hope one day someone puts all of this into like Peter Pan Disney style animation, and I want to see this scene.
Dude, if we ever get like a single piece of fan art, I will be over the moon. Like,
Oh yeah.
All right, so I want each of you to make a dexterity check.
I don't want to.
We are on floor 10.
Are
succeeded.
these the same stats that we had before? Like no change from last session, right?
Yeah, except
Okay.
for whatever you got from leveling up.
Yeah, I definitely failed.
Well, we also fully healed. Remember, we went to the
We healed?
Yeah, the goop.
Oh,
I put your finger in the goop. Yeah.
that's right. Okay, so I'm at max. Okay, cool.
The
I
secret of
passed.
the use.
I still
Yeah.
failed.
It still failed. Okay.
I failed by 2.
Can Israel attempt to like kind of grab? Sorry, can Keith attempt to like grab Israel as he's running along? Because apparently, I guess he's running more quickly.
You're definitely running faster than I am.
Israel, how much did
failed
Israel
by
fail
2.
by? Okay. Keith, make a strength check.
I succeed by 10.
Wow.
Okay. Yes, you managed to yank Israel out of the way of another like shard of glass as the floor behind you starts
Yeah, you
collapsing.
see me like start to like stumble and like trip, and you're like, nope, and just yank me up by the collar.
tripping, tripping.
It has that camera shot of like Israel's eyes just being like looking as a shard passes a centimeter from it.
It just
Final
like
destination
shaves
style.
a hair off of his pencil mustache.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a pencil mustache?
I don't know. You're a Southern gentleman.
Yeah, sure. I feel like I have a
Picturing
big
us
Colonel
having a
Sanders
pen-
mustache.
Yeah.
A Ted
Young
Lasso
Colonel Sanders.
mustache.
Yeah,
Just
the Ted Lasso mustache.
whatever kind of mustache, a shard of glass just like shaves a
Zhunk. Half of it's
single,
gone now.
a single stray hair off of your mustache.
Yeah, trimmed me right up. Right nice.
As you guys make it to the next floor, the ghosts are all sort of like panicking and scattering around, and they're just like, "What did you guys do?"
It wasn't us, I promise.
It was in the guy. Bye.
What did you say?
In slow motion, it's him saying, "It was the other guy." Bye. And he says as he turns the corner, like barely stopping.
Why are you panicking? Ghosts can't get hurt by falling debris.
As
You don't know
interesting as interesting as as the answer would be, I feel like you definitely would have been like pulled up into the next level by the
Yeah,
time
zoink.
they answered. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just being dragged by my collar at this point. I'm not even running myself.
All right, each of you make another dexterity check for me.
Cool. I rolled
I failed.
5. I got 8 under. No, 6 under. Sorry.
I trip over Israel.
I can't do math.
I
Okay,
got
is
7
Israel
over.
going? Is Israel going to do something to help Keith?
Yeah, let me see. So I'm being dragged by Keith. Keith trips.
Well, you
Over
weren't.
you.
You
over
were being.
me.
You weren't necessarily being dragged, but he just pulled you
Oh, he
out
just
of the way
he
of
just
a.
yoinked me out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you trip over me because I'm like getting ahead. How do I help you? Got any ideas? I got nothing.
He kind of like reaches, he like trips, but as he trips, his hands go to his back and he grabs something hard. And as he lands face down on the ground, Rob's femur is in his hand, so you can kind of like manage to grab him femur first.
Femur first. I can yank. Yeah, I'll do a check to snag.
Okay.
And if he succeeds, I just like across
Glide.
across the glass floor.
Okay. Israel, make
Check
a
what that be.
make a strength check.
Oh, that's not good. I failed by 4.
All right. Let's see.
Sorry, Keith. It was nice knowing you.
Can the ointment kind of lubricate me out of it?
I hate that whole sentence.
Make
This is
a
payback for Sphincter in episode 1.
make a luck roll.
That's just a
D100
straight
roll
20
for me.
or D100. Okay,
Oh no. Okay, well,
I believe.
that is a 89.
Okay, yeah, so you like tumble forward, and because you like pulled some of Boston Rob's bones out of the way, a shard of glass just like crashes into Keith's back.
Ow!
So you
That's
take
not good.
take 4 damage for me.
Take 4 glass damage.
4 glass damage.
Ow! Not good.
Run, keep going. It's all right.
Can I keep running?
You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
need
Yeah,
don't need
you're able
backs to
to-
run. You just need legs.
Oh.
You're able to sort of scramble back to your feet and get to the stairs.
Yeah, and he
Let's
pulls the
see.
shard of glass out of his back.
Right.
Oh man, that's a visceral sentence. No cuts scare me worse than like glass cuts. I cut my hand real gnarly on some glass once, and it's oh man, it is. No, it's bad.
So now you guys at this point come out into the study. Yeah, so you made it 3 floors up. So you're
I
in
resist the urge to grab the books.
And at
You already have
this
some books in your
point-
backpack, though.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm resisting the urge. Also because I am not an idiot, and I know that we have to survive this. So
Right. So each of you make us another dexterity check.
I'm so bad at those though. I gotta. Oh, I succeed by 3.
I also succeed by 3.
Nice.
Twinsies.
So you guys managed to get your feet under you. You're feeling kind of in the rhythm, able to get ahead of some of the breakage as floors.
We're running like a
collapse.
3-legged race.
Yeah.
As floors collapse upwards onto each other. This sort of gravity-defying
Yeah, I love that image.
catastrophe. Let's see. Let's
It's like
keep
the
rolling.
Carrion study hall in Elden Ring, where everything's just like just inverted.
Right. Or like the hotel fight scene from
Oh shoot!
Inception.
Yeah. Or all of Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So it's just so. At this point, you guys you make it to the casual study, and you hear just sort of the crashing racket of the shards of glass and stone and sand and stuff like that collapsing to one another. And then as you're running to the staircase on the other side of the room, a massive, I'm talking like 2 or 3 times bigger than any of the other golems you've encountered,
Oh.
sand golem full of, like, it's got massive shards of glass sticking out of it and just debris and things, just crashes out of the floor and starts coming after you guys.
So this is like a 20-foot golem.
Oh yeah, it's big. It's floor to ceiling.
Side note, I aspire to have a house where I have both a study and a casual study.
The arcane study and the casual study.
I aspire to live in a side house of someone who has a study and a casual study.
I aspire to be the butler of someone who has.
All right, so we are.
God, do we just run from this thing? There's no way. Like, we can't.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, can we just like run around him?
Is there a space to
Well,
get around?
he's behind you. He's coming up.
Oh,
from
good. Oh, so
behind.
this is like
The-
a Indiana Jones boulder situation.
Yes, this is a chase sequence like the one you guys experienced way back at the beginning.
Yeah, no, we ain't fighting this thing at all. We are running.
Oh yeah.
So, just to remind us, we got attack, sprint, evade. Attack beats sprint.
Yeah,
sprint
yeah.
beats evade. Evade beats attack. So,
I'm going to sprint.
Okay.
Attack,
let's-
evade, sprint.
Yeah. Well, so each of you, as the party, you pick one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Do you want to
And
evade or
then-
sprint?
I feel like until we get some distance, that
Evading is
last-
probably smarter.
yeah, let's evade for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go evade first. I believe.
Okay. Okay, so the monster sprints, which
Ugh.
beats evade.
Wait.
Let's see.
So ironically, he gets to attack.
Both roll a check appropriate to sprint versus. Yeah. So, each of you roll a dexterity check for me.
So many decks.
I succeed by 9.
Nice.
I fail by 4.
Can I help him with my 9 success?
Yes. So you manage, like, Israel is just like staring at the thing.
Yeah.
And Keith just grabs him and yanks him again. Let's see. Ooh. But
That's always what I want to hear.
the golem is big and it covers ground quickly, so
Yeah,
it
gosh,
is catching up to you guys very fast.
Okay.
Sprint.
Yeah. Okay. Sprint. It went with evade, so it's it's sort of shoving through collapsing shelves and sort of stuff is collapsing in front of it. It's trying to get around it to get to you, but you guys are just booking it towards the staircase up another floor. So
Get me, I dare you.
So you guys managed to make it up another flight of stairs. You get to the top of it right as it reaches the bottom from pushing past all of that
Oh, wow.
debris, some of which has become incorporated into it also.
Oh, good.
So each of you make a... we'll keep on with the dex checks.
I succeed by 9.
I fail by 5.
Can I help him again?
Yeah,
I'm
you
getting
can,
saved by Keith.
You can
right
make a
now.
strength check to help him again.
Oh, I failed my strength check.
Oh, well, nice knowing you.
All right. Let's see.
Take the femur! He kind of throws down a femur.
He just throws down a femur.
So Israel, as you're trying to clear the top of the stairs, its massive arm reaches up and like grabs onto your leg.
Oh.
But this thing is so unstable that it's less like getting grabbed by a solid object and more being engulfed in sand that is
Yeah.
also filled with razor sharp shards of glass.
Yeah, say goodbye
So
to
it's
the leg.
So it sort of just like slices your leg up
Ow,
really
ow,
badly.
ow, ow, ow.
So you're also going to be taking 4 points of damage.
That's exactly how much HP I have. Wait, no, I have 5 now because I leveled up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 5. I have 5 written on my sheet. Haha. So
Well,
I have 1 health left.
The femur really will help.
Yeah, I can
He's
replace my
gonna
femur.
need it.
You got any extra flesh I can put on there?
You'll get it tomorrow.
Okay, so you guys are currently ahead by 1.
Oh, that's
So you're making it across. Let's see. That was the...
I do love the chase mechanic in this game.
Yes. So you guys are making your way through the sleeping quarters now.
Okay, it's your turn to choose. What are you thinking?
I mean... I feel like... I mean, sprint seems natural, but I don't know... Because the point is we're just trying to get out of there. But I don't know if there's even... It would either be evade or sprint. I don't know if we'd even try to attack.
Yeah.
I don't want to attack this thing.
You could slow it down potentially.
Yeah, I guess that'd be evade, right?
Well,
Just like knock...
that could be attack also.
I vote we go attack because it's probably going to sprint this turn.
Okay.
Shove a bunch of stuff into its way.
Yeah. That's good.
It does in fact sprint. So
Oh, look at that.
attack beats sprint. Let's see. So you guys... Let's see. Make a Keith,
Say
since it was
dexterity
your
check, I'm gonna kill you.
no, Keith, since it was your pick, make a strength check to see how hard you managed to slow it down.
I'm so glad it's
Right.
Keith and not me.
Can I assist him if I see what he's doing?
Well,
What do you mean? You're the one making the
you're
check,
the
dude.
one making the check.
Oh,
Keith-
huh.
You're Keith,
Keith.
remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I fail.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Well,
18.
oh well.
Israel, you
He-
can.
Put
So you
that
failed by
chuckle
how much?
back in your mouth.
That's by 1, right?
Yeah.
So Israel, you can attempt to make a strength check in order to aid him.
Ooh, okay, strength check. I rolled a natural 20.
We just pushed the mattress off the bed.
Right? Yeah, this is- managed to not accomplish anything somehow.
Sometimes the dice just want you to fail, you know?
Yeah, no.
They said this will be interesting.
Okay. All right, but you guys do still manage to be ahead by 1. So we got sleeping quarters. You make it up the stairs to the dining room where that big long table was.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Where all the
so
ghosts
each
are
of-
eating.
Each of you go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. More things are just collapsing around you. Chairs and tables
I
are
don't know.
splintering.
Oh,
I got a
failed.
5.
I failed.
By how
3.
much?
By 3.
I succeed
And
by 6.
how much? Succeed by 6. Okay. But this time, Israel manages to sort of like shoulder check almost. Not really
I just
push
throw
Keith.
my entire body weight into him.
Right. It's less so Israel pushing Keith and more so Israel colliding with Keith and the two of them bouncing off of each other
Yeah.
to clear an obstacle. As Keith gets distracted and is about to like run into the table or something, and Israel manages to just like bump him so that they both split up around the table as the monstrous golem comes like crashing up out of the floor again. Israel, it is your choice of maneuver.
I'm going to say sprint.
Sprint.
I'll go with you on that one.
Israel. Sprint. It evades, so you guys beat it again.
Yay.
Yay! Bursts through the floor, but then hides. Ah, wait.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a choice.
Yeah, it also, like, because of how huge the dining table is, like, it can't just, it has to go around it too. And it sort of slows down its momentum in order to clear from just splintering the table into a bunch of
Yeah. Big
boards
things
and
move
stuff
slow.
like that. So you guys are ahead by
What we need is a
2.
Pacific Rim monster to fight this thing.
Right, a Jaeger.
Is there like a pirate amalgam where like all of our like bones like come together like a Voltron and make one like uber pirate?
No, you know what? It's the
The pirate
first
ship
episode-
transforms into like a Megazord.
on Neverland. It's the first episode of Gravity Falls where the gnomes all turn into a gnome Megazord.
So good. I love that show.
I've never seen an episode of it.
It's extremely
It's-
good. You
it's
should
really
watch
good.
it. I've been watching it through with Lindsay. 'Cause I've watched it through 3 or 4 times.
Is it uplifting?
It's very positive. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great show. It's very funny.
It's extremely funny. Very well written.
I imagine that Israel and Keith are having this conversation
Yeah,
as
as
they're
we're
running away.
sprinting.
Like, it's a great traveling show. Oh, is it uplifting? Oh, good.
It's quite nice.
It's honestly the best puppet show I've ever seen.
And that's a nice inside reference too for those who've seen the show.
Let's see. So you guys made it through the dining room, up to the offices. Let's see where the luck dice lands.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home.
Okay. Each of you make a dexterity check with advantage, since you guys are
Advantage?
starting to
Well,
Gain
I
your
have bad
footing.
news. I rolled a 17 and a 20.
I rolled a 19 and a 14.
Dang.
He's trying to save us, but he just can't.
We both failed.
So my best roll was a fail by 6.
All right. Let's
My-
see.
My best fail was a fail by 3.
My best fail.
Okay. So now, Keith, it's your choice for the maneuver.
Israel poops his pants.
It makes sense that he'll probably sprint to catch up with us. So to counteract that,
We should
need
attack.
We should attack. All right. Well,
Okay.
we'll attack that.
I think we just both shoot it as we run.
Yeah, just. Well, I have dual pistols now, so it's kind of like a
Like full Boba Fett style. Or Jango Fett, rather.
Jango Fett. Yeah. Well, no, it's like over the back, just like bum 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 in the general direction. No, if he was Boba Fett, then he would just like find some people on colorful bicycles and like have them ride at it. with
Yeah,
small
everyone knows
knives.
that's Boba Fett's character, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He would definitely
And
The
that-
become a good
slowest
guy.
scooter, the world's slowest scooter chase.
Yeah, the
through
world's worst
streets
chase
of Mos
sequence.
Eisley.
This chase sequence is faster than that chase sequence.
If Keith wanted to really be like Boba Fett, he would say he's a crime lord and then listen to everyone who has any sort of recommendation and
And then
never
not
have
follow all
ever
of
do
them.
any crime.
Yeah,
Never
and
do
then
any crime.
Do no crime, become like mayor of the city. Yeah.
and then quit because you're bored.
And then kill off one of the best characters.
Oh, who they kill off?
Remember they killed
yeah,
Cad Bane?
spoiler. Oh,
It's
Leave
fine.
that
It's been
out.
out for a long time.
that's true. And he's probably not even dead.
Cad Bane wasn't. They didn't do a good job of making him look cool in live action.
I mean, he looked
anyways.
old and decrepit, which is kind of. I mean, this is years after the Clone Wars stuff. Like,
True. It's like 40 years later.
yeah.
Anyways.
Join
so
us next time on Star Wars Cast.
it reaches out to attack as well. So it's a tie. So each of
On
you,
that note, actually, a bounty hunter, like one shot, would be pretty fun.
that would be fun. Each of you roll for your gunshots.
Gunshots. D8. I got a 3.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you guys both sort of like, not really. Obviously, you don't want to try and run backwards.
There's
but
no
you guys
aiming.
just sort of like unload into it while it's slinging debris at you.
God, how gnarly does my leg look right now? Like, how messed up is
It
it?
does not look great.
Yeah.
You look
But-
down and it's just boned.
Yeah, it's just all bone, just from like the knee down.
Just with the flayed leg of your pants just
yeah.
flapping around.
Somehow my
Uh,
bones are bleached.
Right. So Keith, take 2 points of damage as a like a chair leg just collides with the back of your head.
Ow.
Now I'm down to 16 strength.
All right. And
Oh, you were already
roll
critically injured?
no. Roll a strength check for critical injury.
Oh, now you're.
Oh boy, I succeed by 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Keith's just like,
Just
then
another
just
boss
stay
fight.
standing. You guys are just limping across the room. So
It
you
just
ma-
hits Keith in the back of the head. He looks at Israel like, "Did you hear something?"
yeah, it
What
just
was
makes
that?
it makes a hollow noise. Clunk. So you make it through the offices to the garden, almost there. Dexterity checks one more time.
Yep. I got 3. Haha. Succeed
Nice.
by 8.
Oh, I got a 20.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Let me roll to save him. Hang on. Okay, I rolled a 6. That succeeds no matter what it is, so we're good. How do I save him though? You did extra. I guess you just start tripping. I use the musket that's in my hand to like, kind of like trip your leg back up the right way after you trip the wrong way.
Or better, you just grab like the skeletal foot and like you use it to like tug me forward a little bit.
yeah. Forward, up, get, up, you get.
Reattaches
Keep it up.
it.
Keep it going.
Yeah, you guys are just like slingshotting each other forward every time one of you
Yeah.
stumbles.
Using bones.
Them bones, them bones.
And
them
then
bones.
Israel is your turn to
Evade.
to choose the maneuver. Evade.
Evade. Evade.
Evade. Okay. It
Hallelujah.
chose attack. So
Wow.
let's see.
Can't hit us with the gingerbread man.
All right. So you guys managed to dodge out
Except
of the
he
way with
has, in
some
fact, hit us.
Please hit you.
a lot.
Well, he had to take my leg off, basically. Yes.
Yeah,
He did
so
also, yeah, eat your leg.
Nom, nom.
Israel, make a dexterity check with advantage. for me.
Dex check with advantage. My best one is a 4. My other one was a
Okay.
16, so thank you for the advantage.
All right. So yeah, you managed to evade a big old chunk of the dining room table that gets flung out at you,
Aye. Yeah, I don't need wood impaling me.
and make it up to the lobby. You
I forgot
finally
how
make
much
it
of
to
this
the
place we
lobby.
explored. Like, this is a big
Yeah,
place.
you guys got all the way down to the 10th floor,
Oh my gosh.
and you guys are 4 successes ahead of the sand golem. So
So what you're telling me is we're safe.
at this point, it can't reach you, but it has been throwing stuff at you. So each of
In
you
that
make
case,
one final dexterity check.
yeah. 3! Ah, yes.
4.
Ah!
You guys
The dice
managed
love
to
us.
make it the final stretch, and you start heading up the steps, and the sand golem erupts out of the ground one last time before before it can reach out or throw anything. Whatever power from this place was animating it fades as the final floors start to collapse, and it sort of melts back into the
Oh, thank God.
sand and debris, and you guys manage to make
It
it
makes that-
up to the surface.
Before it dies, it makes that sad face that the cave troll in the first Lord of the Rings has before it dies.
It's gonna, it melts into the ground and gives like a Terminator thumbs up.
I just kind of look.
Something tells me it wouldn't put up that finger, but okay.
Yeah, different finger probably, but this is a family-friendly show, so.
You
Yeah.
guys suck.
I just kind of
And
look over at Keith in amazement, like, well, we survived that.
You guys pop out from the dinghy is still standing there on the or still sitting there.
But is it though?
Just a puff
Yeah.
of like dust just
Yeah, well,
billows
just
out
like-
of the dinghy.
Right, you guys
Now, the dinghy was
sort of
illusory, wasn't it?
scramble. You scrambled. No, the dinghy wasn't illusory. It was
Oh, I thought the
covering up
dinghy was illusory.
the penguin was illusory.
Oh, that's right.
But
Which,
in running
by the
up,
way,
we
the
definitely
penguin.
Which,
We
by the way,
definitely
the penguin is still standing on top of the dinghy.
we definitely shoved the dinghy out of the way on the way up, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys come scrambling off of the top stair and into the what's now nighttime on the beach, and a huge fountain of sand, glass, and wood just erupts out of the staircase and into the sky, probably like, I don't know, 50 feet, 100 feet.
Just a geyser of sand and glass, the most
Right.
dangerous of all geysers.
Right, and you guys sort of collapse onto the beach.
I grab the dinghy and just like bring it like into the water as fast as possible and jump in. And I'm just like, let's go, we're getting out of here.
John is nowhere to be seen.
Of course he is.
Also.
As you grab the dinghy, I feel like Keith like grabs the other part of the dinghy and just flips it upside down, so that you guys are both under the dinghy as all of the
Pirates
shards-
Caribbean style.
Oh yeah, as all the shards of glass come landing down.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You just
that was smart
hear
thinking.
like basically a hail of glass and debris just bouncing off of the dinghy. You like
I gotta give your survival
you just
instincts more
stand there.
credit.
You stand there and just like wait it out, and then when you look at the bottom of the dinghy again, it's just studded with like nails and glass and chunks of like rebar and reinforcement and stuff like that. There's just a bunch of stuff stuck in the bottom of it now.
Golly. Guess so. Guess we ain't using that one again.
It's the second time in about what? How long has it been? 2 weeks that a dinghy
Yeah.
has saved you guys' life.
It's true. Why? Well, Keith?
Well,
What you
that
thinking?
sucked.
Yeah, that was terrible. Quite awful.
Wasn't a fan.
Not
Well-
about it. Well, where's John? In his skeletal face.
Yeah, they scan around. No sign of him.
No sign of him on the beach.
Zero
yeah.
sign of John. If I were to
Um,
snap my fingers and disappear, where would I go?
Probably to another underground tower.
Do you see any other dinghies around here?
Do I?
No.
10 feet to the left is another.
No.
Okay, well, in that case, let's consult the map.
Is the penguin like impaled on glass? I know it's like holographic, but I still imagine like
It's just like, yeah, well, it's not impaled, but there's just like a shard of glass that's perfectly bisecting the illusion.
You good there, little penguin buddy?
It's still sleeping.
Yeah, no, it doesn't move. It's a static illusion. Like, yeah.
Not the most sophisticated illusion.
Can we consult the map to see any other points of interest that John might have gone to?
Well, the biggest points of interest are where Wendy was and where Michael was.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have gone to those. I mean, oh no, he didn't know that. Well, he knew where they were.
You guys basically confirmed that he was correct in his guesses
Yeah.
as to where they were.
Which one would he go to first if he were to go to them?
So if they're both there, we can tell the captain, and he can capture them, and we don't have to.
Well, we don't know where they are right now. Is the problem? We got to
Well,
go
we
make
know-
sure they're all in the same place.
We know where 2 of the 3 are.
Yeah, but we need 3 out of 3. You've always been a completionist, Keith. Come on,
You're right.
3 out of 3 is the best.
Well, I guess we could check with Michael first, yeah?
I think he would go to Michael first. Yeah, especially with this whole skeletal face thing.
I think we should go with
With
the crew.
Nah.
Because if it's all 3 of them together, we couldn't fight a blacksmith, a witch doctor, and also a witch all together.
No.
We
There's
could-
just 2. There's 2 of them max, right? Like they're not all there because we know that the other 2 didn't want to get together yet.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we capture fewer of them together, they'll be easier to capture.
Yeah, which is why we don't need the crew.
No. Because remember when you and me tried to confront the one, and
Uh-huh.
my hands became giant golden balls, and you stood there like an idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened with us.
Yeah.
And the only difference between now and then is now your leg is fully devoured.
Yeah, it's
and
just
I
bone.
And my spine is essentially missing.
So what you're saying is that we're smarter than the other pirates, therefore we can handle this on our own.
I feel like that's the exact opposite of what I'm saying.
No, I'm doing active listening. I'm repeating back what you said to me.
That's not how that works.
No?
They're just standing there like one Israel's leg stripped down to the boat, and there's like a piece of glass the size of a car, like windows, just sticking out of Keith's back.
Okay, well, I mean, we could always go...
Boston Rob has woken back up. He's like, "Hey, do I get a vote?"
Sure. Go for it, Boston Rob.
I mean, I haven't seen the crew in a long time, so it would be pretty cool if I could go see the crew.
I mean, that could be interesting. That's true. We could also... What is my voice? We could also just go down and rest in one of them bunkers.
What time is it?
The-
With the spiders?
You're not sure.
Because my leg is not doing great, and your back
You
ain't
guys-
doing great, and Boston Rob, your whole thing ain't doing great.
You guys spent a while down there in the tower, and time seems to have gone by a little bit faster while you were down there because it was like just before noon when you went in there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how late is it?
It was just after dawn, though.
I don't know. It
Time's
was
weird.
like, yeah, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock when you guys went in there, but it's dark now. So
Must be winter. I vote bunker.
Ship.
Bunker.
No, I'm saying my vote is ship.
Yeah, and I'm saying bunker.
Yeah, well, that's what I assumed. When
Yeah.
you said my vote is bunker.
Yeah, and then you say ship, and I said bunker again. So, what you gonna do about that?
Well, you said we were voting.
I pull out the mirror, and he also says bunker. You're outvoted. Sorry.
Rob. And I imagine he says ship.
he did say ship it.
Oh, I guess we're tied then. Who are we gonna get to break the tie?
How would pirates break a tie?
I feel like he would probably ask Ted. He has Ted kind of come up. Ted, what do you think? And he motions to the gnomes. He's like, "That's not helpful."
Actually, I think I might be with Ted on this one.
And then the mirror image just says, "Well, actually, I prefer personally to go and maybe relax on the beach for a little bit."
This is not the time. Misery is real.
You guys are
This
just
is
like,
getting-
you guys are just like getting, as things are getting more and more confused, like, Keith's pointing a gun at at Mirror Israel, who's pointing a gun at Boston Rob.
Who's pointing a gun at Ted?
who has a
Who's
finger who has finger gun at
Who's
Israel.
pointing finger guns at Israel, at real Israel.
But in a not threatening way.
Yeah, he's just like,
Hey. Well, this is getting us nowhere. I know what we just do a good old fashioned round of rock paper scissors. Whoever wins decides.
Oh, I suppose that's fair.
All right, let's do it. Ready? On shoot, not on, scissors.
Are we
okay?
doing this in real life?
Yes, we are.
All right, sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors,
scissor,
shoot.
shoot.
I did paper. He did scissors. I lose.
Oh, sweet. Back to the ship.
Ship it is. Whoops.
all right, so let's see. On the map, you guys know where Jolly Roger.
Yeah, we're a good ways
usually
away,
is.
aren't we?
Actually, no. There's only one hex in between you guys and where the Jolly Roger usually is. So
Well, that's perfect. Can
let's see what you guys encounter in that hex.
can Rob get off my back now?
Get off my back, Rob.
You like
At this
you
point,
put-
Rob.
You put the net down, and because he was like scrunched up in the net the whole time, his body like just reformed really weird. So he's super hunched over.
Got some
He's just the
scoliosis there.
he's just the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah. whoops.
Esmeralda.
You know, I can fix that hump. What hump?
What Never
I know a real good chiropractor, Rob.
What's a manufactor?
Right, so let's see what we encounter in a hex.
I'm kind of scared to know how we get back to the Jolly Roger here, because it's a good ways away.
We can walk in water. Remember?
Where's the spiders? Can they take us?
It's one
The
hex.
spiders.
How far is one hex?
How far
it's,
when you're missing a
probably-
leg and you don't have a back.
it's an indeterminate amount of a couple of hours.
That's a great unit of measurement. Thank you.
Let's see. Looking.
Do you want to be Baby Bjorn to
I would love
Keith?
that. Me, Dylan would love that. I don't think Israel would love that.
I feel like Keith definitely would have his own personal musk that some people might find quite charming.
It's a very
But I don't
specific
know if-
brand.
Yeah.
Oh, de Keith.
Oh man. You bottle it and sell it as a poison.
It's. You know how men's cologne is usually called eau de toilette?
Yeah.
It's except with Keith, it's just actual toilet water.
The bilge water makes it feel nice.
Don't worry, I'll do it. before I poo, but after I pee.
Oh no.
Oh, please no.
Smells like asparagus.
How much asparagus do you eat?
Area.
Primarily asparagus.
My diet is mostly asparagus. It's asparagus and gnome. That's my diet.
Gnome wrapped in asparagus. Asparagus wrapped in gnome.
What the most
Possibilities are
interesting
endless.
encounter here would be?
Yeah, we don't need an encounter. We can just get to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uneventful. We had plenty of eventful right there.
Right. So you guys cross over. You're still going down the beach, and you kind of pass this small peninsula that outcrops into the water, heading up, and then that was heading west, and now you're headed
West.
northwest to get to the Jolly Roger.
Northwest, west, west, northwest.
And you guys are just sort of stumbling along the beach. Boston Rob is not able to look straight forward because his back is like bent at 90 degrees.
He's just
Every
walking.
once in a while, he just like accidentally veers off to walking to one side, and Keith has to just like kind of redirect
So,
him.
yeah. Israel's leg has been stripped down to the bone, and Keith still has a huge piece of glass just sticking out of him.
I'm just using my musket to like draw a line in the sand as we move across that he can follow while he's looking straight down.
Keith like goes to scratch his chest and realizes that like the tip of the glass is just sticking out of the front of his chest.
I should.
That can't be comfortable.
Okay, let's see. Oops, D20. Player character.
The DM's rolling. It's always scary.
Misplaced my D12. 6. Okay. So as you guys near the ship, you see a pretty familiar sight. Not all pirates spend, even like when you're in Jolly Roger Bay, you don't always spend your time on the ship. There are like tents and stuff scattered around the beach. And as you approach the first of these tents, there's a fire. Sitting around it are a couple of pirates. It's just some, lower ranking rando pirates. But there's also somebody that you guys both know quite well.
Shmee?
He has a very friendly looking face. He's short and round, has a stripy red and white shirt, and he's wearing a straw boater cap. And
Oh,
a
Smee!
pair of little glasses. And Smee looks up when you call his name. He's like, "As I live and breathe, if it isn't Keith and Israel, how are you guys doing?"
Well,
It's been too long.
take a look at his back and take a look at my leg and tell us how we're doing.
Also, we
Goodness.
found Boston Rob.
Oh, is that Boston Rob? I couldn't tell.
He was an oopsie.
He's just sitting there like bent over. He's
Boston
bowing
Rob's
out of
like-
respect.
Boston Rob's like, "Is that Smee?"
Also, and he kind of leans into Shmee's ear. We need to see the captain. We know where the pennies are.
The what now? This is a new one. The what now?
I love that this is something that only Keith calls them. We know where the hideout is, but also we know where the darlings are.
At least
Oh,
two
the
out of three of them.
darlings. You guys found the darlings?
Yeah.
It's
We
been quite
haven't
an
seen-
adventure.
Finally. We haven't seen hide nor hair of them in a long, long time. You're telling me you guys found them?
Yup.
We know where two of them are. We don't know where the third is. He kind of snapped and disappeared.
And also this, and he kind of like thrusts his pants forward.
Nope, please.
Oh, sorry. And he kind of like reaches down and grabs the pearl and shows him.
That's better. Thank you.
He looks at it. Well, that's a mighty fine bit of treasure that you found there.
Yes, it
Come
is.
on,
And
let's
he
go
kinda-
find the captain. He'll be interested in all this.
He kind of opens his shirt and kind of drops the pearl inside his shirt. Where
It just falls to the sand.
He sort
It
of
is-
leads you guys towards the ship. There's sort of a row of rowboats.
He picks up the pearl.
Okay.
Don't want to leave that.
And
Do
then,
I see an out anywhere?
what kind of out?
Like a way to get out.
I mean, I imagine like they're probably like fire pits dotting the sea, and there's a lot of pirates around. So if you were just like to fall to the back of the group and slip away, I don't think anyone would notice.
Well, I think there's only just like the 4 of us walking up to the ship, right?
Well, there's groups of pirates all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sure there's probably a few other pirates that are all going to
Although
and
probably
from the ship.
Being in the room where it happens is probably a helpful bit of information still. So I think I'll stick with for now.
Yeah. It would probably be easier after we're off the the
Yeah.
4-person ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stick around.
So you guys.
Where you going?
I was just wandering off to eat some breakfast, but
Oh, you're off to see Four-Legged Mark, aren't you? I know you
who?
and Four Legs are close.
Who's 4 legs?
He used to be 5 legs, but then Keith stole one of them. That's how he got the prosthetic leg that he. It's people.
You just see a guy walking around with like 2 random prosthetic legs hanging off his body, and he has 2 like very normal functioning legs.
He's got
Oh, there's
he's
4
got-
legs.
He's got like 2 regular legs, and then he's got like attached to his knees are 2 like prosthetic legs, so that he could just sort of like lean forward onto them
It
to
doesn't
take
even
the
seem
weight off.
practical.
All right, so you guys are both getting on the boat to go to the Jolly
Yes.
Roger, right? Okay.
With
So-
me and Rob.
Yeah, Smee, Rob, and we'll say one more rando. I'll get onto a boat.
What's his name?
I don't know, Randy
Cool,
the
Randy.
rando.
Randy Savage.
Red Randy, because he has 1 red eyebrow.
You need to get better at nicknames.
I once knew it. Nah, I was gonna just straight up spout a Pirates of the Caribbean line about that, but I didn't.
I'm proud of your restraint.
Yeah.
You guys start to row out towards the Jolly Roger.
Heave, ho, heave, ho.
It's just me. It's just me paddling. Please stop. Please don't do that. It's pretty demeaning.
Smee is just like, where have you guys been all this time? We haven't heard from you guys since you got out of the crocodile.
Oh well. Well, Israel, why don't you tell him?
Well, it's been quite the endeavor. I think we should probably hold the tales until we speak to the captain here. We can tell it all at once instead of having to tell you, then tell him.
Oh yeah, that's real smart.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't suppose that's a bad idea. He and the rando are just like paddling the boat out to the ship. Let's see. There's a map of the Jolly Roger back here somewhere.
So what's new with this ship?
Oh, the usual. We've been partying, drinking. We re-waxed the sails just recently.
Oh, nice, yeah. Oh yeah, they look nice.
Yeah, they're much less hairy than before.
Did you get Harry Harriet off of sail duty?
Oh yeah, Harry is down in the kitchen.
Oh, why? Oh.
Did you get Bald Billy? He'd be great. He knows how to wax things. He's bald. He waxes his head. Looks nice. Very official.
Is that what he told you? I always thought he had alopecia.
Oh, well, you know, I
Unless he waxes his eyebrows too.
wasn't. I just don't see through that lens, I guess. So it was a fashion choice.
Just seems like a nice aesthetic.
Yeah, it looks real good.
He pulls it off.
Well, not literally, but
He might.
oh,
After a couple of minutes of rowing, you guys make it to the Jolly Roger, and a ladder made out of web kind of lowers down.
It's just web and pirate bones.
What? Treasure room. Oh. Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
It isn't unusual for there to be a bunch of spiders on the Jolly Roger as well.
That's good.
Yeah. Sam was saying that's unsettling, but Keith would be totally into it. Does Shmi come along?
Yeah, Shmi climbs up with you guys, and then the Rando and Boston Rob paddle back to the
Bye.
shore. Because it's Boston Rob, they kind of end up being lopsided because he can't tell the pace that he needs to be rowing at.
Poor Rob.
Instead of actually rowing, he just moves the pedal up and down.
It's just moving it back and forth without it being in the water.
He needs to sleep on that one.
All right, so you guys make it aboard, and waiting for you on the deck is none other than Captain James F.
James
Hook.
Tiberius Kirk.
Look, it's Captain James R. Hook.
James Reginald Hook.
Captain Jim Rudolphus Hook.
Rudolphus. He's standing there with his cane in his hook hand, looking all stately like he does.
Wait, the cane's in the hook hand?
If
No,
we do
the
a live
cane
action
and
remake,
the hook
can
Oh, I
hand.
thought you said the cane was in the hook hand. I'm like, how does that work?
I would love to see like Snoop Dogg as Captain Hook.
It's
That would be
it's like-
really
I would
interesting
100%
movie.
watch that remake.
It's like a cane with a little thing in it, so he takes the hook hand off and sticks the cane hand
Yeah.
onto it.
Just a
This is
pimp
like-
in Captain Hook.
It's like a cane with a metal hand molded around it that he just plugs into where his
Oh,
missing
that's
hand is.
awesome.
That's pretty sick, actually. Dude, I would love to do like a Hook cosplay of some sort. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Anyway, Keith kind of like bows low. He's like, "My captain, oh captain, my captain."
Well, hello there, boys.
You're,
It's wonderful to see you on this fine evening. Have you brought me any news?
Your mustache
Oh.
is awful twirly.
I've brought you many things, including this. And he kind of like puts his pants forward again, like
You
thrusts forward.
gotta quit presenting it like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
but-
You're right.
A bunch of the other pirates are just like, oh, come on.
And he kind of grabs out the massive pearl and hands it to the captain.
He takes it in his
Non-hook
good
hand.
hand. Yeah, he takes it in his good hand and sort of rolls it around and examines it, and then puts it in his sort of breast pocket area. And this will be
He's
an excellent job. This will be quite useful for our plans.
Now,
And
how's
then I
that?
have something better. You see, do you remember
Now,
the
wait.
pennies?
Should we have this conversation on the deck, or we should move this a little more private?
Oh, that's real smart, Captain. You're gonna want to hear this in private.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Well, then we might as well retire to my quarters, then, shouldn't we? And he turns around and sort of strides away towards the captain's quarters.
Keith kind of giggles and blushes because he's never been in the captain's quarters before.
He
Besides,
definitely, he definitely has,
oh,
at least once. And
Oh,
however,
yeah.
like what, 120 years or whatever. Like,
yeah, he's like been there like because he's been like taking he's been on like trash duty, and so he's
Yeah.
like, I have to go take out the trash. But no, he's never been in there as like a invited guest, only as a servant.
right. Israel may have not ever been in the captain's
No.
quarters, but
Mm-mm.
Keith definitely has. It is lavishly decorated. There's sort of exotic-looking rugs and curtains and velvet cushions, Victorian furniture, all sorts of trinkets and treasures.
Should I take my shoes off?
You have shoes?
Yeah. They're like little clogs.
I thought your feet were just painted black.
I thought they just necrotized.
Well, alright.
Don't you have diabetes?
No.
He like stops you guys at the door. He's like, before you come in, we better take care of this. And Smee like walks up and just jerks the giant shard of glass out of Keith's back.
Oh, a little bit chilly. Oh, a little tender.
Can you breathe again?
Yeah. Thanks, me. Use that as
no
a
problem.
window or something.
You just like hucks it overboard. You just hear it hit somebody in a dinghy below. It's just like he throws it overboard. And you just hear a shink.
My head!
It's your Boston Rob gasp.
Boy, can't catch a break.
We go into the cabin. All right, Captain. I've got some news you're gonna be very excited to hear. Do you remember the panties?
Is this another one of those words that you've made up, my dear boy?
It's kind of a thing, but I get it. There's a lot of lingo to memorize.
It sounds very undignified, doesn't it?
Well, our friend Keith here is nothing if not undignified.
That's true, but every time he says it, all I can think about is if he's saying he's looking for panties, and I'm like, that's very inappropriate, Keith.
Well, of course. I mean, there's no panties to look for on the island because there's only mermaids and they don't wear. Anyway, there's literally none.
I was about to make that exact same point.
That is not what I mean. I mean this. He kind of slams the map down.
I have the map.
Oh, I thought we both had maps.
No, I've been the one. Well, you have your map, but I have the one I wrote down all the like. I was transcripting all the different map like information we've gotten.
All right, he kind of puts his hand over to Israel and says, "Give me the map, Israel."
You mean the fancy one?
Yeah, the fancy one.
Can I make like a stealth roll of some sort to like try and like change a couple of like locations on the map real quick?
You can make a.
Like in between handing it to me.
Yeah, like as I open it and like as I open it like scribble one out, like I don't know.
With
Is there a way to
Captain
do
Hook
that?
looking at you from 2 feet away.
Yeah, I do not think that you would have the opportunity to do
Okay,
that.
in that case,
You'd
you
have
could
to
pretend to
you'd
not
have
have
to
it.
you'd have to like ink up a quill or.
here's what I'm thinking.
do
Here's what
something.
I'm thinking. As I try and hand it over to him, I accidentally slip and it rips or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, come on! And he gets the map. That's the one half the map, or one portion of the map.
Okay, let's see. Roll.
Performance.
Let me see which half of the map. Okay.
If I were smart, I
I've-
would have done this
Now
on the
I've
boat right
misplaced
over.
the map.
But I'm not smart enough for that.
So it happens to be the western half of the map, including the area where Michael was.
That's also where Pan was, right? With the big tree.
No, that's on the eastern half.
Oh,
of
it's
the
eastern
island.
side. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So do we see him rip it?
Yeah, he like as you know
It's
what,
not.
make
I'm gonna
a-
say I am not the smoothest, so it's not a great performance.
Well, anyway, as you can see, we know where Peter Pan is. And also, we know where the darling children are. Wendy is right here.
2 out of 3 of them, at least.
Michael's right here. Wait, Denny? I don't know, what's that one's name? The
Michael.
one we just met?
The
is
new one is
John.
John.
John's right here, and Mike... Where's Mike?
Well, we don't know where John is, to be fair.
Oh, that's fair.
He kind of went
Then,
poof.
and then if you hadn't ripped the map, you'd see that Michael's like right here. Hey, can I see the map? The rest of
No, the half
The
with
western
Michael
half
is
is
the
the
half
Michael
that
half.
Keith got.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, that's all?
yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm chewing the other half of the map like a goat.
Uh,
What's the captain doing through all of this?
he's surprisingly patient, but also sort of giving Israel a quizzical look. But so
Ah,
if the ship is right here, Michael was right here. There's a single hex in between where the ship is and where the forge was.
Well,
Mostly dense forest in between here and there, but
I don't know why he's doing that, but he pulls out his map, which doesn't have the stuff marked off. Not only is Michael here, we also know that Peter Pan is right around. It's on that map. I don't.
just right here.
It's like here-ish, but also Wendy and also John. And he explains that stuff. He says, but also, in case you needed proof, he kind of pulls out the thing of ointment. I'll stole that from Mark and myself.
he picks it up and he
This
looks
is
at
his
it.
hand cream.
He looks at it for a second and then hands it back to you. And he says, rub that on your eyes.
My eyes?
That sounds very unpleasant.
Yeah,
Okay.
rub
Yeah,
some
he
of that
gets-
on your eyes, my boy.
He like rubs one on one of his eyes.
And
How bad does it burn?
it actually does not burn at all.
Oh,
In fact, when you look at it closer, there's a little bit of writing on the bottom of it that says eye cream.
Ah.
Um, but when you look back at the map that Hook provided you with the cream on your eyes, you start to see there's like invisible ink kind of thing that you didn't
Ooh.
see before.
that's cool.
Marks out where, like, it marks out a sort of spread across the island, almost like a plan for the pirates' takeover, as well as a comprehensive list of where all of the pirate holes are.
Oh snap!
That's very helpful. He
Wait,
kinda looked
what do
with
you
one
what
eye.
do you see there?
Oh, it's just really, really cool, Captain. You should try this.
I'll give it a shot. Let me try.
Oh,
that
I
real
know
quick.
what it looks like. I'm the one that put it there.
Let me see that. Let me see that cream.
He's not quite letting Israel do it because he ate the map. He's like, we don't want him to drop the ointment too.
Yes, that is appropriate proof. I've seen that sort of ointment before. But tell me, the Darlings, I haven't heard. Of course, none of us have heard of them in a long, long time. Those cursed children.
One of
He's
them's a
sort of
skeleton.
his tone shifts suddenly when he says that. Kind of his composure drops for a second there.
One's
yeah,
a
they're
witch, one's a skeleton, and one's an old blacksmith man.
They're all kind of old now. But I thought you'd want to know. We could capture them, torture them for fun.
He like switches out his cane hand for just like an open hand, and then claps Keith on the shoulder with it. And he's like, Keith, my lad, I think this is going to be a very productive day for us.
Oh, also, for some reason, neither one of us died during the day yesterday.
Yeah, I was
don't
going to
know
ask you
why.
about that.
Yeah.
He's sort of, his eyes sort of perk up, and he says, "What did you say?"
We didn't turn into piles of bones.
Yeah, saw the sun. I don't
Saw
get what's so
sunrise for
great
the
about
first
it,
time
yeah.
in like 10 years for me, even longer for him.
Just a big yellow thing, really.
Has that ever happened to you before? Do you know anything about that?
No, I can't say that I do. But if you can investigate this some more, it could be very useful for us.
Yeah, we couldn't find any sort of triggering event or any sort of locale that would have changed anything about it. But yeah, we just won yesterday. We just didn't poof. No collapse.
Well, if you can figure anything out about it, be sure to let me know.
Oh, of course. I
In
was
the
really hoping you
meantime-
would have some more information about that, but oh, that's okay.
In the meantime, I suggest we marshal up some forces to go after those cursed children.
Do you know which one you'd want to go after first?
Well, considering what you've shown me, Michael would be the closest.
Yeah, the swamps are quite treacherous.
I'll have Smee marshal up some pirates, and we'll go after that Michael darling.
With the poison in his voice.
In the meantime, you boys go rest up. You're a little bit worse for wear. I can't help but notice you're bleeding all over my chair, Keith.
Ah, yeah. Sorry about that.
We did have
John.
Smee. Smee did rip it out like right before we came in, so I blame Smee for that one.
Well, he's well-meaning.
I'm well bleeding.
Ah,
Go on. You two go on and try some of Harry Harriet's stew and take a good rest.
Oh, extra fiber.
All
And
right,
he,
so,
Keith kind of walks out. Thanks, Captain. Good to see you again.
so you guys are on the ship. There's, among other locations, there is the kitchen, there's a sick bay, the brig, there's sleeping quarters,
I go immediately
things
to my
you would-
cabin.
all the things you would expect to be on a
I don't
On
think
a
we would
ship.
have cabins. I think
Yeah,
you'd
probably not.
have-
I go to wherever my
Yeah.
stuff is.
You have a
Yeah.
shack, probably like a little
You
hammock
have-
bunk.
Yeah, you have a hammock, maybe a tent on the beach.
Yeah, I
There's-
retire to wherever my plot is.
I imagine Israel may also be kind of at home in the navigation room.
Yeah.
I feel like Keith would probably go to the sick bay, considering he has the giant gaping wound in his chest.
Right. You go to the sick bay. It's manned by a spider.
Oh,
He just sort of quote unquote bandages Keith's torso by just like cocooning it in silk.
it's pretty effective actually. I like that.
It's just like just attaches one thread of it to Keith and then just picks him up and starts spinning him around in a circle until it
Well, that worked out.
What do I have in the
stumbles
navigation room?
dizzily in. There's, I would imagine, Israel might keep some of his personal effects there. But there's also just like charts, maps, compasses, navigational tools.
Is there anyone else in there?
Not at the moment, no.
Is there
I
a
imagine it's
torch
probably
anywhere?
not a super popular place in the ship, which is probably
Yeah.
why Israel
No.
kind of
Yeah, is there
stashed some stuff there.
is there either a torch or a lantern anywhere here?
Yeah, there's a lantern.
Can
Or
I
a-
set
an
can I
oil
set a
lamp.
fire in this room?
Sure.
I will do that.
Ships do have a lot of flammable things.
Yeah,
they-
I try and set a fire in here and then surreptitiously get out before the smoke is noticeable and
Okay.
head down to my tent on the beach.
Okay, so you're gonna get get down on the dinghy, like
Yes.
the next boat full of.
Yeah, as soon
people
as I can
going
get
back and forth?
as soon as I can get out, I'm going to try and get it out
Okay.
of this as soon as possible.
I guess you like light the fire and then leave and then go sort of pretend to help load supplies for this
Yeah, perfect.
this raid onto the beach. Okay. So let's see. Keith, make a luck roll.
How close am I to the gunpowder? 35.
Okay. Well, I'm actually gonna have you.
I thought you rolled a d20, and I was like, wow, that's a good roll.
It's a really good roll for a d20.
Let's see. Where's the navigation? Okay.
Bet you weren't expecting this, were you?
I'm actually gonna have you roll a d12 for me.
Oh, you're a barbarian.
Instead of the d100 luck roll.
Oh boy. 12.
Ooh, is that good or bad? That's the question.
Okay, so Keith is down there in the. He's like in the hold, like the main hold at the bottom of the ship, presumably restocking on gunpowder and bullets.
You've used quite a
considering
lot.
the excessive amount of them that he's used in the last little while. And he starts to hear a ruckus above deck.
He kind of like looks up and like, huh? Huh? And kind of starts making his way up there, kind of slowly and cautiously.
So as you make your way up, you start seeing people scrambling around, people in spiders. No, it's like bumping into each other, running around, carrying supplies, carrying like those small kegs of gunpowder and stuff like that. Everybody seems to be sort of in a tizzy all of a sudden.
Is there like smoke billowing anywhere?
What
Not
gives you that
you're
idea?
You're still like 2 floors below the navigation room.
He kind of stops one guy. I was like, what's going on?
Somebody set fire to the navigation room.
Does he know that Israel was headed there?
I don't think so. Israel didn't say anything about
No,
it.
we didn't discuss. We just kind of went off our different ways. But if you know Israel, you'd probably know that he hangs out there.
Yeah, there's you and navigation nerd. What's
Ned.
a good end name? Ned.
Navigation Ned.
Where's navigation Ned? He kind of says to the guy.
Oh,
He was an
navigation.
Oopsie 2 months ago.
Navigation Ned.
Navigation Ned got petrified like 2 or 3 months ago.
This doesn't make any sense. And then he kind of starts helping unload stuff as fast as possible.
Yeah, they're just like trying to get gunpowder off of the ship so that it doesn't explode.
Yeah, and he's part of that.
Okay. So Israel, you make it to the beach by the time
Okay.
the ruckus starts on the ship.
Good.
What are you doing from there?
Oh, I'm just going to my tent.
Okay.
I'm like pretending not to notice any of this. I'm just going right to the tent.
Okay. It's around midnight.
Okay.
So we're still.
How much of a distraction is the ship right now? Is everyone like going that way to help? Or
Yeah, I would say like all of the rowboats are in use.
okay, I am immediately
Shuttling
in that
things
case,
back and forth.
In that case, I'm immediately going to where Michael is.
Okay. All right. So Keith, as you're helping shuttle gunpowder, first off the gunpowder because it's the most explosive thing on the ship, followed by the alcohol because it's the second most explosive thing on the ship.
Followed by the furniture from Captain Hook's cabin.
There have been periods where those have switched places, and the alcohol was the most explosive thing on the ship,
Of course, depending on the economy.
depending on the alcohol. And depending on how rainy it is. But as you've been, like, as, like, 10, 20, 30 minutes pass of you helping unload stuff to the beach, you realize you haven't seen Israel in pretty much this whole time, since you guys left Captain Hook's quarters.
Yeah, he's like asking the people who normally in charge of rowing, like, "Hey, have you seen Israel?"
Oh, he cares.
Yeah, he helped us unload some gunpowder, like right after Captain Hook announced that we were going on a raid, but I haven't seen him since then. I think he only made one trip.
Can I make a will check or the equivalent of a intelligence check here?
Yeah, you can make a willpower check if you'd like. What are you making it for?
Let's try to
see
see if
what-
he can
just-
kind of.
To
Connect
see what
dots.
Keith knows.
Yeah, he doesn't connect the dots yet.
Okay.
It's
Connecting
just
dots
a good-
has always been a difficult activity for Keith.
Yeah.
Let's see. Israel, in the meantime.
I'm fine with just having me make the journey off screen while Keith figures this out, and then we can
Okay.
continue that in the next step.
Okay.
I think Keith, like, once the ship is full, like once one of the dinghies is full, like he just takes both the paddles and starts paddling back to shore immediately.
Just by himself, just powering through the water.
Yeah, want me to roll a strength check, or can he just do it?
You can just do it.
Okay, just do it.
There's not really any risk reward here. It's just getting back to the shore.
He kind of like runs up, just panting to Israel's tent, just kind of like rips the front of the tent open, and there's just no one there.
Yeah, it's empty. Not only is
Barren.
Israel gone, but like a bunch of his stuff is like most of his stuff is gone too.
And he kind of looks back at the ship, and what's the state of the ship right now?
The panties got him.
There's starting to get the fire under control, but there's still like smoke billowing up from the foredeck.
Yeah. So Israel walks back towards the dinghy to go inform the captain of. Sorry,
Ooh.
Keith walks back towards the dinghy to inform the good captain of Israel's misdeeds.
Oh no.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Minions and Misfits. If you like what you heard, please be sure to rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter as @MinionsMisfits, and on Mastodon as MisfitsPod@dice.camp. See you next week.